Hi, today we're going to be talking about Car Wars reports. In particular, we're going to be talking about the Dealership CRISP report. This is actually taking over for the Dealership Performance report that used to be in Car Wars. We are combining it with the old CRISP score report and utilizing the 5-letter acronym CRISP to show how well you're doing on handling phone ups and how well you're doing at returning phone calls and pursuing your customers. So we're going to dig more into that here. But this is where you will find the CRISP score. It's going to be your probably most important report in all of Car Wars. So you definitely want to know it really well and know how to read it well. So let's go and take a look at it. You can also have this report sent to you in an email automatically every single day in the morning, or you could get it weekly or monthly. So this is what the report's going to look like. Think of this as your phone skills test for the dealership. Your big number here represents the major categories of CRISP. We take these 4%, add them together, divide it by 4, which gives you your grand total here. Remember, CRISP is a really big deal. It's the key metric system which we see the phones and how we grade your store on how they handle the calls. You need a reminder what CRISP is. Click here in the corner, what is CRISP? And it will give you a little pop-up. C is for connect, RI for request invite, S is for set, P is for pursue. You can also customize the report up here with this calendar setting, just like all other Car Wars reports. So you want to have at least a 60 to know that you're passing your phone test in the CRISP performance report. C is for connect score, and 64% is RI for request invite. 44% is for S, which is setting, and then 47% is for P. Now, we're going to start breaking down. These percents are represented by these numbers right here. So you had total 256 calls come in and 218 were connected, which gives you that 85% in connect. Out of the 218 connected, we identified 118 sales opportunities. And out of the 118 sales opportunities, we listened to every single one and identified 75 of these 118 received an invitation to the dealership, giving you your 64% here. And from the 75 requests, 33 gave a firm acceptance. They got on the calendar. It's awesome. 15 gave a soft acceptance, not as strong as a firm, not exactly what we like, but they're still a low-hanging fruit lead for the store, and then 27 declined. So 33 out of 75 is giving you the 44% set rate. So we want you to drive the firm here. And then lastly, your P score is going all the way down. And as you scroll through this report, you can see that there's a section for each CRISP metric. There's the connect, requested invite, S for set, and down here to the P. Now, based on your outbound volume, your total outbound calls. So you can see here at the top, we added this little outbound section, 2,900 or 2,092 calls. So based on that volume, we give you a goal to shoot for in P. So the goal for this store is 40 connected calls a day. And that goal is being met, 47%. So this store is talking to about 20 people a day through their outbound activity. So once you get a good grasp of that, you can start breaking down into your CRISP categories. Connect is giving you a lot of good information here. You can set your benchmarks in every category right here at the top. You are the blue line. You can see how you've done. If your line is above the other, then that's great. You want to see it constantly going up. When it goes down, that's not good. And then we're giving you the reasons why. What happened to the other 15% of the calls that didn't get connected? This is what happened. And as you hover over each spot, it gives you the total amount of calls that the percent represents. So 19 calls did not leave any message when they reached the voicemail, or you've got 9 calls hung up on hold. They didn't talk to anybody. And underneath that, you also have how many customers called you back after they didn't talk to anybody. 32% of the total amount of unconnected calls called back. So that represents 9 calls, 9 of 28 calls. And then over here, how many did you actually call back? Missed customers who received a return outbound call from you at the store. And you can see here, 79% did not receive an outbound call. It's 22 calls. 14% did receive an outbound call with a live conversation. They actually talked to the customer. So that's really helpful for you to see how well you're doing at salvaging opportunities that are coming into your store. Quest and invite, very similar. You start to get more of a trend here with your staff breakdown. Remember, if you have a large unclaimed area here, that it has to do with your team claiming calls with the 4-digit phone code. If you want to get an idea of, a percent to grade them on, take Elizabeth here. She requested an appointment 13 times out of 17 times, and she has a 76% request. I just clicked on these and it changes from numbers to percent. Moving on to set, it continues to give you a broader range. Elizabeth again, 76%, and she's got a 46% firm booking rate, 8% soft, 46% declined. So you can look at all of this and utilize it for training your staff, and that's the goal. So Josh handled 9 inbound sales opportunities, and he only requested the appointment 1 time. So you can see this just to train an agent like Josh who's struggling to invite customers into the dealership on the phone and use it to hold them accountable to doing it. And then we're back down into our P score. Pursue, giving you a breakdown of all of your agents' outbound activity. So you can see both sides of the phone all in one report with the crisp performance report. And then lastly, we'll talk about pursue opportunities seized. I want to point this out because it can get kind of confusing, that if you hover over this icon here, it's telling you what a pursue opportunity seized is. So any call that was not a firm appointment. So if they did not receive a request or an invitation to the dealership, if it was a soft appointment, or if they declined the agent's invitation, that would count as a pursue opportunity. So think of it as your missed opportunity alert. And if you actually called them back using eLead Click to Call, then you're going to get a higher pursue opportunity seized score. That is the dealership crisp performance report. Again, is the most important report for you to use to manage your phones and to be crisp on the phone.